Hey guys, just wanted to jump on here and kind of talk to you about how I got started with all this. Um, my lifelong struggle with weight loss, or being overweight. I was always a larger kid. All through elementary, middle, high school, whole life, always been a big kid. Overweight. You know, um, Told I was going to play football, so I was good with it. I was like, yeah, I'm going to play football. So being bigger, that's what I need to be. Um, so I was always the fat kid, always overweight, always had trouble finding clothes that fit, getting on rides, all that shit. Out of breath. And excuse me if I stumble and pause here for a second. I don't do live videos. This is something I'm getting into just so I can talk to you guys and share my experiences and my journey. So, excuse me if I pause and stumble every once in a while. But yeah, like I was saying, struggled with weight my whole life. Played football. Wasn't so bad in high school. I was definitely still overweight, but I had plenty of muscle mass behind it. It's pretty decent at what I did as far as football goes. Highly recruited. Made all-star teams, stuff like that. Varsity my freshman year. Talked to Division I coaches all the time. Was offered scholarship, this, that, and the other, and it wasn't my lot in life to play football, apparently, professionally, I guess, or at a collegiate level. Even though I had the offers and did a little stint with UCF, it just ended up not being my lot in life with how my body was reacting to injuries and stuff like that as something that I was actually going to do as a career. Getting a little off track here. Struggled with weight my whole life. First time I ever lost any significant amount of weight was actually when I went to play football for UCF. Had all these colleges recruiting me, coaches, everything, telling me they wanted me 330 pounds, 340 pounds. Go to UCF, get called up by the coach to come walk on. Weigh in, it's about 300 and, I don't know, I think 90 pounds, 380 pounds, somewhere around there. They're like, yeah, we have to lose a lot of weight, man. We want you, down 300, 280, 300 pounds, something like that. I was like, holy shit, I ain't been 280 pounds since I was in middle school, but, let's do it. So, started working out with the team, working out with the strength and conditioning coaches over there, and, over time got down to about 280 pounds. And felt great. I felt amazing. Lost a bunch of my strength, but, that'll come back once I start, leveling out and stop losing weight. And I did that through just intense workouts, better diet, nothing super complicated or anything like that, but it definitely took time and effort. Found out I had knee injuries that required surgery, so football at UCF ended up not being the thing that was going to happen. I'd had injuries in high school that kind of just stuck around and not healed properly, or re-injured, whatever the case be. That's what it was. So didn't play football at UCF. Got down to about 270 pounds after that or so, and felt great. Felt wonderful. Tension was through the roof from girls. It's nice. Hadn't really experienced that my whole life. Even playing football was, the fat lineman, in high school. They don't get a whole lot of attention. Everyone wants the quarterback, the running back, all that stuff. So it was a nice fucking change of pace. Shortly after that, started putting weight back on. Wasn't working out as much, and okayed it with myself because I ended up working at a nightclub, head of security. I was supposed to be bigger, so it's all right, whatever. And ballooned back up over time to 370 pounds to make a short story of it. And then finally got into working back out again with some friends, and over the course of about 18 months or so, dropped down to about 230 pounds. And I did that through, crash dieting. I'd taken like 1,000 calories a day, if that. And I'd work out once a day at the least, if not 2 or even 3 times a day sometimes, or I'd go to the gym and hit the weights and do cardio and then do another cardio session later in the day, or I'd get out of work at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., go to the 24-hour gym and spend 2 hours there before I went home and went to sleep, and so it worked, and there's no doubt about it. It worked. I was, went from 370 pounds to 230 pounds in 18 months, and looked pretty fucking fantastic. And once again, the attention was nice. I sit outside at the club I worked at, checking IDs, and women falling over me. They'd come to the club that was a music venue to just see me and talk to me. So once again, the attention was nice. It's nice change of pace. It's a great feeling. If you, a guy, and never had women pay you attention just because of how you look, shit, that should be enough motivation to get your ass in gear and lose weight, whether it's through fasting, some workout program, hitting the gym, proper nutrition, or whatever. Believe me, that should be enough. If you have not experienced having the attention of women and fawning over you, and could care less about what you're actually saying and paying attention to how you look, and it's nice. Give it a try sometime. So during that time, I ended up meeting my partner and had a kid together. Put the weight back on, stopped working downtown. So over time, the weight came back on. Job moved from being active and stuff to sedentary life. I became a dad. Things got busy. Life got busy. And those things went out the window to the back. And I tried to lose the weight a couple times throughout that process, like I had before, whether, better diet, in gym, and I saw success. I get down to about 300 pounds or so, or crack right under 300, and fall back off. It just got too complicated, maintaining my super specific nutrition or diet plan, and making it to the gym at least once a day for 2 or 3 hours. Life got too busy to have that incorporated in. I'd maintain it for a while, and then just things get busy and you fall back off, and once again I'd find myself back up to 370 fucking pounds. This time around, sitting at about 370. I'd just done a 21-day water fast, and I dropped about 40 pounds and gotten down to about 330 or so, and it's like, hey, that fucking worked. I can do that. Not eating, yeah, it sucks. I like to eat. I like food, don't get me wrong. Everyone does. It's kind of, especially when you eat and it's kind of a community experience or a social experience, you're eating along other people and talking to them. Yeah, it's tough, but it worked. Doesn't saves you time because you're not eating and you're worrying about what you're going to eat. And you lose 40 pounds in 21 days. Tell me where else you can do that. So I found that made that pretty easy, and I jumped in and did a 21-day fast my first go around, and made some tweaks to it that I thought through my research would work, and they worked phenomenally. I got lucky with it, and so I had all these people who had done tons of research and all that and failed at their first fast, and I jumped in and knocked out a 21-day my first time around. So hey, I figured I was on to something. But once again, let that 21-day fast go and fell back into bad habits, is the easiest way to put it. And so once again, right back up to 370 pounds, and that's where people get they say fasting doesn't work, you're going to gain the weight back right after you lose it. Well, yeah, if you go right back to what you were doing, yeah, you're going to gain the fucking weight back. That's how it works, man. If you don't make a long-term change or a lifetime change, you're going to gain the fucking weight back. If you lose the weight and go back to doing whatever it was you were doing that got you to that weight, you're going to fucking gain the weight back. That's how that shit works. Your diet is not a short-term thing. It is a long-term lifetime plan of what you're taking in. I'm not saying you've got to be super strict. Not fucking at all. You've just got to watch what you eat on a, let's say, week-to-week basis. If you notice you're gaining weight and look back through what you've eaten throughout that week, look, and you see that you're fucking eating out and fast food and fried food and desserts and all that shit, well, guess what the problem is? It's not that fasting didn't work for you. You've changed your diet back out, So yeah, that's where people come up with, yeah, fasting doesn't work, you're going to gain the weight back, it's short term, short term loss. Well, yeah, if you go back to doing what you're doing, that's how you got there, so you're going to get right back there. So that's what happened with me. I did the 21-day fast, lost 40 pounds, went right back to doing what I was doing, and gained the weight back. So this time around, current journey. Ended up breaking my foot, work injury, crush injury, and I was like, fuck, 370 fucking pounds. Now I'm gonna be even more inactive and gain more fucking weight. No, I'm not doing this. Fuck no, I'm not doing this, you know. Sexual life was in the fucking toilet, you know. Hadn't gotten any over 6 months, you know. This fucking sucked, you know. Especially when you're with a partner and you're not getting any, you know, long-term partner. It's no fun. You know, and that's all on you, or all on me at that time, you know. I was the fat ass that didn't look good and made it uncomfortable because of how big I was. So went into this journey, found an oil protocol, started using it, started incorporating intermittent fasting, skip day fasting. You know, I go 24 hours, 48 hours without eating, then eat normally, you know, throughout. In this journey, this is actually going to be the first time I've incorporated a 7-day fast that we're on now. If you've been watching my other videos, getting carried away. So incorporated the oils, made some changes to my diet, you know, made sure generally I'm intermittent fasting, so I'm only eating during certain periods. Are there days that I eat 3 or 4 meals throughout the day? Absolutely. Do I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner some days? Absolutely. But I weigh myself on a daily basis to see where I'm at and what the food that I'm taking in is doing with my body. And that's how I judge from a day-to-day basis what I'm eating, how much I'm eating, if I can splurge, if not, if I need to go into a fast, you know. And once I get down to the weight that I want to, yeah, things will change. Fasting may go a little bit more out the window because I'll be able to exercise again. You know, but I'll probably still incorporate it in the forms of intermittent and skip fasting, or feel like, hey, fuck, put on too much weight this week. Let's jump into a couple of day fast, get it back off, you know, lean back out a little bit. Things like that. So current journey, oils, intermittent fasting, skip fasting, you know, that's what's all led to this rapid change in my weight over the last 7 to 8 months, where I just continue to see, you know, even when I'm not fasting or not pushing it hard, you know, a 1 to 2 pound loss a week, you know, with using the fasting. Generally, at this point, after I cross about the 260s or so in this current journey, I stopped doing the skip day fasting and went to more of intermittent, where I just eat one larger meal a day, or only eat during a certain period of time during the day, you know, from like, you know, 4 p.m. to whenever I went to bed I could eat, you know, or 4 p.m. to 9 p.m., you know, things like that, as far as my intermittent fasting goes. And then, like I said, after I crossed 260s, I really stopped with the skip. You know, I generally would eat every day. You know, maybe once every 2 weeks I started incorporating a day that I'd skip out if I thought weight was going the wrong way or not moving fast enough, in my opinion. But even recently, a couple weeks ago, I was like, fuck, lost too much weight. And had some binge days to kind of put it back on. You could feel that the amount of weight I'd lost in that period of time was just almost too much. Tell me about how you have those experiences with other diet plans and meal plans where you feel like you're losing too much weight too fast. It doesn't fucking happen. And that's why fasting. So kind of brings us to present day, where we're at now, where I'm in this 7-day fast, just showing you how it can be incorporated in my daily experiences, how I feel. Currently in ketosis, so energy's a little bit higher. You know, my body's switched over to using fat as a source of energy. And I'm feeling a lot better today than I did yesterday. You know, of a 7-day fast, day 1, 2, 3, generally going to be the worst. Once you get to day 4, you've pretty much started switching over to ketosis, and you're going to start feeling a whole lot better. It's the first 3 days that fucking suck. After that, things start to pick up, your body starts using its other energy source, all the fat you have stored, and you start feeling a lot better. Mental clarity picks up, you know, you can think faster, think clearer, you know, all those things. You know, and that's really where we're at now. Well, right now. So yeah, if you guys have questions, drop them below. You know, share this post, maybe it'll help someone who's looking to make a change themselves, or maybe I'll be able to help them. Have your friends message me. And yeah, that's about it for now. So I'll catch you all later. Take care. Have a great day. Peace.